Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and today I'm going to be talking about a new project that I've been working on. But before I get into that, I want to tell you about what my goals were. My first goal is that I want to increase the diversity of content on my channel, and I want to give you, the viewers, the ability to influence which games that I play. It's sometimes hard to justify taking a risk on a new game when those videos don't perform as well as my usual videos. I get requests to play games literally every day, and it's impossible for me to do them all or even keep up with them all. So I've come up with a solution for your voices to be heard. You've also probably heard about YouTubers talking about demonetization and how unreliable that YouTube revenue can be. I'm fairly lucky in that up to this point I haven't had a problem yet, but I would like to have more secure and reliable ways to make income, because this is literally my favorite job in the entire world, and I never want to stop making cool, entertaining videos for you guys. So I hope that this project will give me that kind of security going into the future. I've also hired a new guy specifically to manage things in this new project, as well as handle things like merchandise and general organizational stuff, so I can focus on making the actual content better and more of it. And it turns out when you hire someone, they like to earn money when they do work. We've been working on a solution for this for a while, and I think you guys are going to love it. I want to introduce you to my second channel that provides at least 4 premium videos every single month. These are exactly like the rest of my videos, but with a very cool twist. Every single game that I play on that channel will be nominated and voted for by you guys. The channel is patreon.com/PotatoMcWhiskey. The Patreon channel will be how I solve all of the above problems. So how exactly is it going to work? Let me explain. My Patreon is divided into 5 tiers. But there are only really 3 that matter for this video. The Prince tier is the value for money tier, giving you full access to all of the exclusive Patreon content, as well as the ability to vote on for which nominated game gets played next. You're getting a minimum of 4 exclusive videos per month, and you're supporting my channel for just $3 a month. In my opinion, this is an insane amount of value for $3 that I don't see often when it comes to content creator Patreons. Second, the Emperor tier is the nominating tier. You get all the benefits of the previous tiers, plus you get the ability to put game names forward for other Patreon viewers to vote on. There are a couple of limitations. Right now I'm only allowing PC games to be nominated, but that could change in the future. And I also have a list of vetoed games. For example, it doesn't really make sense for patrons to vote for me to play Civilization 6. If for any reason I veto your nomination, you can nominate another game. Beyond that, there are no restrictions. If you want me to play some obscure game from the 90s, you can nominate it. Or if you want me to play a weird anime pigeon dating simulator, if that's what you're into, you can nominate it. I know basically every single person watching this video has a game they would like to see me play. Well, now you can make nominations for $17 a month. Quite an expensive thing to nominate, but I wanted to keep the list of possible game nominations fairly limited so that we could have a more meaningful vote off, if that makes sense. Then we have the Immortal Tier. This is kind of a joke tier in that it makes your voting power in the polls twice as powerful. Don't buy this tier unless you're literally swimming in Scrooge McDuck money. There's no point. So those are the 3 main tiers. There are 2 extra tiers and a bunch of extra bonus content coming as well. I'm going to be doing either a video or live stream Q&A session every month or 2. And if you're subscribed at the King level or higher, you can submit questions for those sessions. Additionally, Kings and higher get their names put into a naming list for things like my capital city in my Civ series or characters in an RPG game. They will be named after King or higher patrons at random in my series. The final thing that Kings and higher patrons get is access to the end credit screen at the end of my series. Basically, it's just a small little thank you for people supporting my show, so when I finish a Civ series, your name will appear on screen, or when I finish any series really. The King tier costs $9 a month, which I think is a pretty nice amount for all the benefits you get, and it's a really great amount of support, so I would greatly appreciate anyone who decides to support at that level. Remember, $3 is all you need to get most of the benefits. Now, the final tier is a little bit of a meme tier. If you subscribe at the Deity Tier, however, you will get 100% guaranteed access to my bi-monthly viewer game, which doesn't necessarily have to be Civilization. If the Deity players really want to play Apex Legends or Counter-Strike or chess, we can do that. Once every 2 months, we'll do a viewer live stream where you can come play Civ with me for a few hours. Now, on top of all of that, there are actually extra bonuses that are given to everyone that subscribes to the Patreon, whether you're at the value tier for $3 at Prince, or you're at the Deity tier for whatever, I think it's like $97, some insane amount of money. It's ridiculous. You don't need to subscribe for Deity, okay? It's a silly tier. Everyone will be informed ahead of time when the viewer live stream will be happening, and everyone in the Patreon, you'll be told, hey, look, the stream is happening on XYZ date. Can you make it? Do you want to enter your name? Names will be drawn, as well as a list of backups. And those people will get to play a game with me, and we'll just hang out for a few hours, talking and playing games and just having a good time. There's no pressure. It's not like a high performance environment. We're just hanging out. If there's not enough Deity players to fill a game that we want to play, we will just pull in other patrons. Every single tier also gets access to an exclusive patron-only channel on my Discord, as well as a bunch of different names and roles in my Discord, so you can stand out from the crowd and have a really cool colored name. You know, if you really like the Prince color, you can subscribe at a Prince level, or if you want to be a king, you can subscribe at king, and you just get to be, you know, it's basically like a vanity thing. I think it's cool. The final bonus that everyone on the Patreon will be getting is they'll get access to all of my save files. I will just give them, like when I finish a series of Civ, you'll get the turn 1 save file, as well as all of the save files that I make at the end of my episodes. Now, I'm not a perfect person, so I might accidentally forget to make 1 or 2 of those saves. So, you know, don't expect me to make that perfectly, but you will get access to any of the saves I have. I actually can't think of a Patreon that offers you so much value for $3 a month. Like, this is insane. I'm pretty sure a coffee at McDonald's in America can cost more than $3. Now, here's a basic rundown of how the nominating and the voting will work. There'll be a period of time where users can nominate games for patrons to vote on. The length of this period may change over time, but it'll probably be over a week. After we collect up all the nominations, the nominated list of games will go out to every single patron, and we will get everyone to vote on it. Then when the winner from the list of nominated games is selected, I will release the first video of that series on YouTube for free to all of my YouTube subscribers, and this is basically how I'm going to advertise the Patreon. That video, by the way, won't actually count towards the Patreon exclusive videos. Then, once a week, I'll release a video of me playing that game to my Patreons until I either complete the game, or if the game doesn't have some sort of natural conclusion, we'll find like a satisfying endpoint, or if the game is really hard, like really difficult, like if you pick Dark Souls and I'm grinding it for like a month, I might just give up, okay? I might just give up, and I think I reserve that right to give up on a game that I'm not enjoying. I will play a game for at least 5 videos, the 1 free YouTube video plus 4 exclusive Patreon videos, and generally my goal is to try to finish the games that my Patreons nominate. Now, slightly before we actually do finish a series, we'll start up a new poll on Patreon to get nominations. We'll probably use the private messaging system to get those Patreon nominations, and then we'll send out the votes, and the cycle will just repeat over and over, making beautiful, cool content. It's a very simple system. I'm sure you guys will love it. The big question of why I'm doing this, I want to answer right now. Basically, I want a stable and ethical way to diversify my income from YouTube ad revenue. I do take sponsorships from time to time, but over the years, I've turned down literally hundreds of thousands of euros from games I felt used unethical business practices, such as manipulative microtransactions, or games that just weren't very high quality, as well as products that I felt I wasn't qualified to inform my viewers on. I actually don't mean to toot my own horn, but I feel like I have a pretty strong ethical system for not doing harm to the viewers of my channel, and I try to stick to that pretty hard. So instead of like compromising on my ethics to increase my income and be able to pay my staff more, I said, let me just ask my viewers, do you want some extra bonus content? Here's how you pay for it. And then just give them a whole bunch of stuff for a very small contribution of $3 a month. There are more reasons I could go into starting a Patreon, but I'll just leave it there. Suffice to say, it's not that I'm feeling burnout on Civ, it's just that I want a reason to make more content, and I also like the idea of my viewers being able to tell me what they want to play. So for $3 a month, you'll get access to the first wave of premium content that begins releasing in the next couple of days. It will be a Stellaris playthrough. I thought it would also be really fun to do a rapid fire nomination phase. So the first weekend we'll be taking nominations, and then voting will begin for the next week. And I hope the week after that we'll see the very first Patreon voted for exclusive series. I wish you guys the best of luck. Please consider subscribing to my Patreon. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.